Murtala Inusah is here in the studio. Yes, Captain.
Lily is also here in the studio. Oh, you didn't see Lily?
Oh, but I've been here with
You've
him.
been here with him. Oh, okay.
I can't see her.
It's an invincible.
I look by me and then
you can't see anybody. Today you can't see your crush by your side.
I can't see her. I want to see her.
You want to see her?
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry. You see.
right
You see.
Yesterday I couldn't see her.
Yes.
I'm still waiting to see her.
But she's here.
Is she talking to me?
She's here.
What is she saying?
She's saying something to you.
What is she
She's saying something to you.
What is she saying?
Me, I don't understand English, so maybe
It's not time for court today, so let's head to the court.
Yes.
Yesterday, Imani was in court.
Yes.
In the case versus the Attorney General.
Yeah, so you remember that Imani Ghana, Professor Kwesieni, security analyst, they filed an application, a suit at the Supreme Court. All that they are asking for is that the court should make it clear that president or the executive will not interfere in the, in fact, selection and administration of security heads, i.e. the IGP, chief of fire officer and all that, if they are there, until they show signs of incompetence or any incapability of performing their job, they have to work and work safely. Right. So they want that Supreme Court to make that pronouncement. Unfortunately, yesterday when the matter came up, Imani indicated, his lawyers indicated that they filed a notice to discontinue the action. In fact, immediately the Chief Justice was not happy, saying that you filed an application, you went to the media, have it publicized, and now you have come to court nicodemously to withdraw it. How come? We have empaneled 7 judges, have read the processes all through, and they are here to withdraw. The Chief Judge said this is really unacceptable in her words. But unfortunately, the lawyers indicate that they have refiled that particular request. So it's not that they are abandoning the whole thing altogether. So that case has been struck out, but of course they have the opportunity to come back again. So that is what happened in relation to this very case yesterday at the Supreme Court.
Was Oliver in court yesterday as well?
So you remember that 2022, the Electoral Commissioner, GHOne Mensah, and then her 2 deputies went to court. Oliver and his group filed a petition to the presidency in relation to the SAL issue, and then they want the chairpersons and the Electoral Commissioner and the
chairperson of the Electoral Commission
removed. And they say they made that particular petition public, and so that one, it's to make the commission look like they have tarnished their image. So they went to the Supreme Court, they see Oliver Barker, the Chief Justice, and the Attorney General. Yesterday, when the matter came up, yes, they also say that they are withdrawing the action. Now look at what happened. The panel of 7 was presided over by Chief Justice. Now, when the matter was called, and it was mentioned, the case title, GHOne Mensah, Dr. Bosman Asare, and then Samuel Tete, versus Oliver Barker, the Chief Justice, and the Attorney General.
Really? Are
you seeing the scenario?
Yeah.
And the Chief Justice
is the presiding judge. And she's also
a
party in the case. Yes. So
she's a defendant.
She's a defendant.
She has to recuse herself.
Absolutely. Yes. So
she has to recuse
immediately, herself. The EC lawyers led by Justin Amenivo indicated that they have filed a notice to discontinue.
Oh, they filed a notice to discontinue.
And the TJ said that, look, unfortunately, I'm just realizing that I've adjourned the case to re-empanel the panel because I'm a party and I cannot be on it. But because now that the EC says that they are withdrawing the case, let me find out from the parties. EC, do you object to me being part of the panel? EC says we are withdrawing, so we do not object. Then back to Oliver Barker. Do you object to my being part of the panel, if despite the fact that the EC is withdrawing? The Oliver said, for posterity's sake, I object.
Okay.
Yes. So as we speak...
I think that's well said.
Yes.
So as we speak, that particular case, yesterday could have been dealt with. They have adjourned for the CJA to re-empanel the panel. For them to come and deal with the matter.
Before they will come and dismiss it.
Absolutely. But let's hear from Oliver Barker yesterday after he, as it were, objected to the Chief Justice's inclusion on the panel.
We're petitioning them for their removal in respect of the incidents of SAL. Now, the panel before which the matter was placed includes the Chief Justice, but the lawsuit names the Chief Justice as a defendant. for which reason, even though the EC said they do not object to the Chief Justice's presence on the same panel, that we drew the court's attention that this is improper, and for which reason the matter has been adjourned today for the panel to be reconstituted.
Okay. So what's the next point from this?
Well, at this point, we wait till the court issues a hearing notice for us to reappear before a different panel, which does not include the Chief Justice, who's a defendant in the matter.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So that is Oliver Bakavoma saying that yes, for posterity's
For
sake,
posterity's sake, yeah, they have to object because it's not proper.
Of course. So
And
the
the Chief
CJ made it
Justice
clear
sets
that
a
I'm
bad
a party.
precedent.
Do you object? He said, yes, I object. EC did not, but he said for
Well,
posterity's
they
sake.
were discontinuing
Yes,
the
it's
case.
and that would have set a bad precedent in a way, even though the EC is saying that no, we do not intend to go further. But of course, the panel will at all time be referenced when this case come up any time.
Yeah.
So it was good
To
that
go into the Ghana law
yeah,
report.
absolutely. It was good
So
that
it has to be captured
the
for the
CJ
record.
made that clear and said he was going to bring the panel. So all that the panel will do when they come back
Just come
is
and
to come
dismiss
and
the case.
discontinue the case. In less
Come
than a
and
minute.
discontinue.
Yeah, come and discontinue the case.
All right, so
Interesting.
Beige Bank,
Yes,
what happened in that case?
the ninth witness dealt with yesterday. He came. And it was
Are
dealt
we
with.
still calling all the 64?
For now, the witness statement that
Is it
has been
61
filed,
or 64?
61.
61.
Yes,
61.
the witness statement that have been filed is not up to 61.
Okay.
But for now, we are still calling. The court is still dealing with those
But
that
do
have
we
been filed.
know how many witness statements were
So
filed?
last sitting, the last court sitting, that was on Monday, 8, and then they add 6.
Okay.
So that will be 14. So yesterday they dealt with the 9th. So 5 more to go. So that remaining 5 will continue.
But the rest, because they were given a deadline, the
Yes.
judge still hasn't said anything
The
about
judge
it.
hasn't said anything in
Okay,
relation to
okay,
that. So we'll
okay.
get to know more in relation to it. So yesterday, the witness's testimony was simple. It's dealing with the fact that when the bank was being transitioned from Bench Capital Savings and Loan to a universal bank, there were a lot of projects that they did by expansion project and all that. And he brought exhibits, some invoices to come and show how the monies were expended. And so he's saying that he has evidence to show that. And yesterday he made that clear to the court. And the case has been adjourned to next week.
Okay, so let's come back to the most famous case in Ghana now. The Attorney General versus Atuforsin
And Japa.
versus Richard Jakpa. It's actually the state versus Atuforsin
Yes.
and Richard Jakpa and
The
Ms.
Republic.
Sylvester Anemana, who has been dismissed.
Yes, he's been discharged.
Discharged,
Yes,
I beg your
yes.
pardon. Yes, he's
Discharged.
been discharged.
Yes.
And it has taken all of this twist of controversy, you know, with accusations being leveled against the Attorney
Attorney
General and a lot
General.
of that. The last time he was in court, you told us, you played a clip of him saying that he is dodging the traps that his enemies have set for
You know, he
him.
said he will flee.
You will flee
From all the
from
traps.
all the traps that have been set for him.
yes.
And he quoted the Bible.
Yes.
That's Richard Jakpa.
That's Richard
Going
Japa
to court,
walking
He's
majestically.
really dressed as a
And
businessman.
Godfrey Dame and you know,
Yeah,
Sami
so
Jemfi
that
and
is
all of
Sami
that.
Jemfi.
So we're expecting that case today?
Yes, today.
So what are we expecting to happen today?
Yeah, like I said, all roads lead to the High Court today. Today, you expect the numbers; they will be there
They'll be
in
there.
their numbers. And also, today, Justice Efiasewa Sariboje will be dealing with 4 rulings,
Okay.
excluding an objection. So if you add the objection to it, will be even 4.5. Because the
Because
objection
she didn't allow them
is
to
in,
give
is in,
oral submissions, right?
So
She said she's
for
just
the
looking at
objections,
written submissions.
for the objection, she allowed. But on the substantive applications,
Yes.
there were
were no oral submissions.
oral submissions. What the court said was that they were going to rely solely on the extensive deposition or submissions made by the lawyers in relation to that case. So today, Justice Efiasewa Sariboche, first application will be called, she'll rule on that. Second will be called, she'll rule on that. Third will be called. And in relation to all the applications, Dr. Kasila Atuforsin has 3. 1, seeking the termination of the trial, mistrial, and then a stay of proceedings. Then Richard Jakpa is also asking for the charges to be dropped against him, which lawyers of Richard Jakpa, Dr. Kasila Atuforsin, have filed supplementary to support that. So that is what we expect today. And like we do know, it's going to be a lot of fireworks, a lot of Justice Efiasewa Sariboche indicated that she wants to deliver a reasoned ruling. So it's not just going to be a very short sitting.
So, I mean, just to help us understand a bit better, what are the applications that are before Justice Ifiasewa Sariboche that she's going to make a determination on today.
So let's touch on the Dr. Kasila Atoforsen's cases. One, he's seeking a stay of proceedings because the first time the court indicated that they were supposed to cross-examine Richard Jakpa before the Attorney General does. And they raised objection to that and said, if you look at how the way the criminal proceedings go, once an accused person is done, it is the state that is supposed to do the cross-examination. Before the accused person, the court has exercised discretion in favor and said that Dr. Kasila Atoforsen should start the cross-examination, which they started and brought about this whole controversy that you are talking. So they want to challenge that. They file
And
a
so
notice.
if the director can play the corresponding visuals
Yes,
so
of
that
the,
we can see.
bench
Yeah.
bank,
Yes.
ambulance case.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So that is Richard Jakpa. So that is one. And then the secondly, seeking the mistrial for the trial to be truncated.
Atoforsen is
Yes.
also seeking a mistrial.
Yes, for the trial to be truncated because of what has happened. And also seeking an order into the conduct of the Attorney General and the issue of the audio that has come up. And the judge will also examine the audio as per the supplementary affidavit filed previously. She indicated that. Then Richard Jakpa's own is seeking the charges to be dropped against him. So these are the four things that we are looking for. So the court will pick them one after the other.
Do we know
and
if
then
the Chief Justice has responded to Atoforsen's request for this case to be
Televised.
televised?
No, as of the time that I'm coming to the studio to talk to you now, I haven't
Heard
got
anything in that
anything in
regard?
relation to it. And that also did not come up at the last court sitting. Maybe probably today when the case come up, we'll get to know more about whether or not there will be that request has been granted for a live telecast.
All right.
Today, it's going to be a lot of.
We'll look forward to it. So let's look at
Cecilia Dapa
the
maid's
Cecilia Dapa maid's case.
Yes.
Right? Which is also still in court.
Yes.
Let us not forget.
Many will be asking what is happening in relation to this. Until ambulance trial has taken over
Yes.
Yes,
the whole
yes,
thing.
yes.
And
So
so
Cecilia Dapa's mates are still in court.
Court.
So
Yeah.
this very case at 2 p.m. today, before Justice Marie Louise Simmons, Criminal Court 2, it will come up, and the husband of Madame Cecilia Dapa, Mr. Daniel Osekufor, will be in the witness box. He's done with his evidence in chief. He has been cross-examined by the first housemaid, which is Sarah Ej. They skipped patient Butcher because she was dealing with her lawyer at the time. So today, Benjamin Sowa, boyfriend of patient Butcher, and his lawyers will subject him, Madam Cecilia Dapa's husband, to cross-examination. So that is what we expect in relation to the Cecilia Dapa's maid issue and all that. So the trial is ongoing today. It will be a face-to-face with Benjamin Sowa, whom the man has said that he was one of the guys that worked closely with him until they discovered that they were stealing from them.
And then former second lady who was robbed.
Yes,
This case will also be in court today.
Madam Emisa, Matilda Emisa
Arthur,
Yaba Atta. Today, the court will sit. At the last court sitting, prosecution filed further disclosures. They have indicated that they are adding more. So today, the court is expecting that would have been done. Then case management conference will be conducted. And then all witness statements will be dealt with. The court will find out the mode, which witnesses are coming, what kind of language they'll be speaking, would they need interpreter, and all that. And once that is done, find out whether what the prosecution has filed, all the parties, the accused person and his lawyers have filed, and the court also have its docket. Those that the court doesn't have, or the accused person doesn't have, the court will make the order for it to be set. But once all of them are on the same page, then the court will fix a date for the trial to begin. So that's what we expect in relation to this very
that case
Yes.
today. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you,
That will
Today.
do for court today.